Hey, what's up? I want to talk to you about this coffee right here that I dropped off for you. If I dropped this off for you, it's because you're special to me. Because I appreciate you, and I especially appreciate who you are and what you're doing, serving on the front line during this COVID situation, pandemic. And you know I love Spain. So typically I go to Spain every year, and I bring back, like a suitcase full, I bring back coffee. And I call it Spanish coffee. And I've gotten some flack from the super duper coffee connoisseurs, especially the Spanish ones, about there's no such thing as Spanish coffee. So I like the way that they drink their coffee and make their coffee in Spain. So just shooting straight with you in case you are a super duper coffee connoisseur. This is really the love and passion I have for Spain that I'm bringing back to you. There's no such thing as a coffee bean from Spain, okay? So they grow coffee in Guatemala and Kenya and Africa, things like that. And then they roast it and they send it all over the world. And I typically send a brand of coffee that I like from a family in Seville. It's called Saimaza. And I can't do that this year. I was gonna go, can't go, ran out of coffee. My friends typically ship it to me, and they're locked down for real. So what I did was wanted to do something special for frontliners. And I said, well, let's just locally source my own coffee. I'm bringing so much of this back, and it costs so much to do, and it's so complicated. And when they mail it to me, customs stamps through like 20% of it because they think it's like drugs hidden in the coffee, right? So what I did was I have a really good friend. He is originally from Kenya, and his family has a coffee farm in Kenya. So this coffee that we put together, private labeled, whatever you want to call it, it is Kenyan coffee, and it is absolutely delicious. This particular batch, the first batch that I'm sending out that you have in your hand, it's medium roasted, so it's not as burnt, it's not as long roasted, so it's not as bitter, it's actually really smooth. When you put it into, which you should have, because I've given this to you, is a little cafetera, right, to boil your coffee, you'll notice that when that espresso comes out, right, you put this over the top. When this espresso comes out and you mix it in with your milk, and I'm gonna send you a separate video on how to make the Spanish café con leche, it's not gonna be as dark. It's gonna be kind of a medium looking color, and it's a smooth flavor. So long story short, for those of you that care, most of you won't, there's no such thing as coffee bean from Spain. There's no such thing as Spanish coffee. I love what's called café con leche. When I go to Spain, it's called coffee with milk, and they take a really super flavorful, strong espresso, and they just mix it in with a little bit of steamed milk, and it's awesome, and I love it, and I love it more than the American drip watered down coffee. I need to drink 3 pots of that to keep me going. So wanted to share that with you. Wanted to thank you for serving on the front line, however you're serving on the front line. And I see frontliners as lots of different professions. So if you got some frontline coffee, it's because you're a frontliner in my eyes, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and I wanted to share one of my greatest passions in my life with you. And I'm gonna continue to perfect this blend because I love this coffee. And seriously, when you run out, message me. I am a text message, an email, a phone call away. You just tell me, Matt, I need more of this stuff, and as long as I have it in stock, I'll get it to you, all right? Stay safe. Appreciate you. Love you. See you soon.